Hi everyone, welcome to today's class. I'm hoping that I'm audible and visible to you all. So, am I? I'm just checking if I am. So, give me a moment. So, yeah, there I am. So, welcome to today's class of idioms and phrases. We have had just one class so far, and I could not cover a lot of doubts or, in fact, a lot of topics. And as I have the access to live chat now, so if one of you has doubt or any one of you has any kind of doubt, please feel free to drop me a text right over here and I'll explain it right here. This is a live class. So in the last class, one of the students was asking if this is a live class or if this is a recorded class. That was just because I could not pay attention to the comment section. So apologies. First of all, I'm here with CAT value offering. This is something worth your knowledge as to what all an academy CAT has to offer. Okay, so you have iconic CAT 2021. This is the iconic CAT course. You have a personal mentor. You will have a test analysis and report access that will be made specifically for you. So you'll not only have a mentor, you'll also have test analysis and report. Then comes OMAT preparation. So it's other management exam preparations, okay? And then comes all benefits of plus. So how are all benefits of plus included? You have access to plus already, and then you have added benefits. Then comes get mentored by graduates from top B schools. Through that, and take your CAT 2021 preparation to next level, which is quite understandable. You have test series by the name Catalyst Plus, Catalyst Free, full length mock test, daily practice, OMAT, previous year test papers, sectional test, GK, scholarship test, etc. If we talk about educators, top educators from India are available on one platform today, which is Unacademy. And I am alumni with years of experience of CAT and other MBA examinations are a part of this. We talk about special classes. You'll have daily free live classes. You'll have unlimited access to all courses in the subscription that you take. There are dedicated workshops, there are marathons, there are doubt clearing sessions, revision classes, percentile boosters. Now let's talk about batches. So there are foundation batch, there are weekday and weekend both batches to suit your needs. You have other management exam batches. So another other management exams are like ZAT, TISNET, SNAP, CMAT, GMAT in fact. There are dedicated batches, practice batches, comprehensive syllabus, revision batches. Now comes practice session. So if we talk about practice session, you have 14,000 plus active questions. Practice every concept, adaptive practice, 24/7 doubt clearing and unlimited access. So as a result of what all I was just saying, just see that there are 10 students, the stars of an academy, who cracked CAT 2020 with flying colors. That means huge percentile, excellent percentile of 99.98, 99.96, 99.55, and so on. Now this is plus, this is iconic, right? And I just wanted you to know the difference. I'll always suggest go for iconic because plus might make you a little lost, whereas iconic will always keep you on track with a personal coach, with test analysis, and with expert guidelines from top IIM faculties. And of course, you have the benefit of getting preparation for other management entrance examinations. And here are the charges for this. For a year of CAT subscription, you have a 60% discount, which comes to 17,500. And if you use my referral code while purchasing the subscription, it goes as Shalinee. And if you talk about CAT subscription, 1 year iconic, then it is 30,000. To know about me, I'm Shalini and I completed my MBA from IIM Indore and I have a teaching experience of 2 years in VARC. So now talking about idioms, phrases and proverbs. So idioms, phrases, proverbs सभी एग्जाम में तो नहीं आते हैं ना. Let me change the color here. I've always been using red. Let me use green today. Purple. Nice. तो अब ये कैट में तो नहीं आता, ठीक है. लेकिन अगर आप कोई भी रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन पढ़ते हो ना, वह आपको हमेशा कोई ना कोई इडियम, कोई ना कोई फ्रेज, कोई ना कोई प्रोवर्ब मिलता है. इसका यही मतलब है कि इडियम्स, फ्रेजेस एंड प्रोवर्ब्स ये पढ़ने के लिए अच्छा है कि आपके रीडिंग स्किल्स बढ़ाने के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है, अच्छे हैं. ठीक है. तो अगर रीडिंग स्किल्स बेटर होंगी तो आप डेफिनेटली डेफिनेटली बहुत अच्छे से आरसी कर पाओगे और आरसी समझ पाओगे, तो आपको आंसर्स फटाफट दे पाओगे, है ना. So it's all about the understanding, as we all know. Unless and until you understand well, you cannot really manage to answer the questions. Because reading comprehension is all about getting what is written, or rather, I would say reading between the lines. Guys, by the way, reading between the lines is also an idiom. This simply means that being able to understand what is being told indirectly also. Now, before that, I would want you to know the difference between idioms, phrases, and proverbs. अब idioms क्या होते हैं? अब देखो, कुछ collection of words है ना, तो उसको कहते हैं phrases. So if there are a couple of words written together which are not a sentence in itself, for example, baker's dozen. This is what? This is simply collection of words and called as phrase. Now this collection of word, if it means what is written by the word exactly, then you can call it a phrase. But if we talk about an idiom, baker's dozen actually means 12 and not 13. Sorry, 13 and not 12, an extra, an added count. So its meaning is different from what exactly is written in the words or the phrase. So this will be idiom. It will never mean what the words actually mean. It will always mean something else. Okay, so this is idioms. Now let's talk about phrases. So what are phrases? Simply put, phrases, sorry, let's know about proverbs. So what are proverbs, my child? Proverbs are when there is a sort of a sentence written and a phrase written and it has a message or a lesson to give. Then it is called proverb. Okay. So I showed you a couple of good proverbs last time. Let's take a quick revision because this is very important to know before we proceed for any question or anything. Okay. Let's begin. So this says a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. Okay? So a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. What does this mean? This simply means that if you have something in hand, that is always better than what you may go out and look for. Okay? So what you may go out and look for, a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. Always value what you have, because always looking for something better, or going out and looking for something may only make you, it may so happen that you have nothing in hand. Now comes blessing in disguise. So, what is the meaning of blessing in disguise? Simply put, what is a blessing? Blessing हुआ आशीर्वाद, and in disguise मतलब कि दिख नहीं रहा क्या है ना? को दिखेगा नहीं कि ये क्या है. तो ब्लेसिंग इन डिस्गाइज कहते हैं उन चीज़ों को कि जब आपको देख के वो एक प्रॉब्लम लगे, लेकिन एक्चुअली लेटर ऑन वो एक ब्लेसिंग निकल के आती है. ठीक है? सो सिचुएशंस दैट इनिशियली seem to be tough or harmful but later on turn out to be blessing, later on you turn out to benefit from them, you call it a blessing in disguise. अब इसको एग्जांपल कैसे देंगे? So not getting into IIM was a blessing in disguise for her, that she realized later, because then she could crack GMAT and get through Harvard just the next year. She's making 5 times as much money and 10 times a better life with a college that is commendable. है ना? A chip on your shoulder. So what do you think is the meaning of a chip on your shoulder? A chip on your shoulder means something from the past that still bothers you, that is still carrying. Some reason that becomes reason for arrogance or for you being belligerent. So here is a chip on your shoulder. Okay, here is a chip on your shoulder. It doesn't literally mean that you have a chip on your shoulder. Please remember. Simply, so for example, if I say, whenever we talk about property, she becomes belligerent, seems she's carrying a burden of past, or she seems that she has a chip on her shoulder about it. Okay? Now comes baker's dozen. So what is baker's dozen? Very simple. As I told you already, when the count is 13 and not 12. So you usually take it for added benefit, okay? So let me see if one of you has any doubt. Mm-hmm. So yes, if I talk about example, baker's dozen, you can say for example, I always carry a baker's dozen chocolates in my purse for my children. They really like it. They can't live without chocolates. Okay. Now next is a dime a dozen. So I see that none of you have any doubts so far. I understand because I'm anyway just explaining the idioms, right? So there might not be doubts. But in case you do, there is the link to my Telegram channel. Please get in touch with me. Okay. So a dime a dozen. What does that mean? Something that is very less in quantity to large in quantity. Dozen is large, dime is itna small. Something that is easily available, that is everywhere available, means dime and dozen. Okay, so it is so much plentiful that it is valueless. So there was a time when Nokia 1100 mobile was into market. I don't know many of you were born, or I mean young enough or old enough to remember or not, but so let's talk about anything that you find in market. A pair of earrings, for example, and you say to your friend that these are very unique, they're quite different, so I would like to buy, because just because they're different, and the friend comes up and says, the dude, don't bother to buy one of these, they're a dime a dozen. So this simply means that there's so much, so ubiquitous, so plentiful in availability that they do not have any value. Then comes a doubting Thomas. So who do you think is a doubting Thomas? Somebody who has a very skeptic mind is a doubting Thomas. Okay? So somebody with a skeptic mind is a doubting Thomas से मतलब बस इतना हुआ कि कोई अगर बहुत शक्की दिमाग है किसी का, तो उसको आप डाउटिंग थॉमस बोलोगे. ठीक है. हर चीज के लिए उसको एविडेंस चाहिए होता है. देन कम्स अ ड्रॉप इन द बकेट. ड्रॉप इन द बकेट का मतलब हुआ कि बहुत ज्यादा कम क्वांटिटी, इतनी कम कि काम भी नहीं, किसी मतलब का ही नहीं. दैट इज व्हाट यू कॉल इज एक बकेट में एक ड्रॉप. ठीक है. देन यू हैव अ फूल एंड हिज मनी आर इजीली पार्टेड. ऐसे कहते हैं कि जो लोग, फूल का मतलब होता है कि जो बेवकूफ हुआ. एंड यू नो द मीनिंग ऑफ मनी, पैसा है ना. तो फूल एंड हिज मनी आर इजिली पार्टेड का सीधा मतलब हुआ कि एक बेवकूफ और उसके पैसे इजीली अलग हो जाते हैं. मतलब somebody who is fool will always lose money very easily. देन कम्स अ लेपर्ड कैनॉट चेंज स्पॉट्स. अच्छा एक बात बताओ, एक लेपर्ड है, तेंदुआ, चीता, जो भी है, उसके बॉडी पे स्पॉट्स हैं, या आपके स्किन का कोई कलर है, या एक बिल्ली है उसके बॉडी पे कोई निशान है या गिलहरी की, क्या वो चेंज हो सकता है? बिल्कुल भी चेंज नहीं हो सकता ना. एज सिंपल एज दैट. सो इसका यही मतलब है कि लेपर्ड कैन नॉट चेंज हिज स्पॉट्स से मतलब है कि कोई भी इंसान या कोई भी जीव अपनी प्रकृति नहीं छोड़ सकता. मतलब दे कैन नॉट लिव हिज नेचर. ओके. देन दिस इज प्रोबेबली द लास्ट. अ पेनी सेव्ड इज अ पेनी अर्नड. तो जो आप पैसे बचाते हो वो इक्वल टू पैसे अर्न करना है. ठीक है. देन अ पिक्चर पेंट्स अ थाउजेंड वर्ड्स. So instead of many words, it's better to have a picture, and it usually paints a thousand words. Okay. Then comes a piece of cake. So piece of cake means a very simple task, a very easy task. So for example, cracking cat and making it to IIM Ahmedabad was a piece of cake for him or her. Then comes a picture paints a thousand words. Then you have a taste of your own medicine, मतलब अपनी ही दवाई का स्वाद. मतलब the behavior or the actions that you have been throwing around that are given to people when you get a taste of it, it simply means that getting a taste of your own medicine. Okay. Then comes back to square one. So when you start all over, it means back to square one. तो जैसे आपने सपोज 5-6 महीने बड़ा वर्कआउट करा, 2-3 महीने, और फिर आपने 1 महीने बिल्कुल रेकलेसली रह के उसको बिल्कुल वेस्ट कर दिया है ना. So you put on 6 kg. So you actually wasted 3 months of time. You got back to where you are rather or piche. Now you'll have to start all over, right? That is when we say this is starting all over. True? Yes. आपने सुना होगा ना, आग में घी डालना उसको कहते हैं add fuel to the fire. So whenever you ruin the situation more negatively, it's mostly used in a, it is always used in a negative context. So when you make something worse, you call it add fuel to the fire. Then comes all Greek to me. So something that is so difficult for me to understand, completely incomprehensible, not my forte, not my thing. Then you call it all Greek to me. Okay? Now you have all in the same boat. This simply means having same challenges. तो अगर एक बोट में कई लोग सवार हैं, हम सभी एक ही नाव पे सवार हैं, हिंदी में कहते हैं ना यूजली, उसका बस इतना मतलब होता है कि ऑल ऑफ अस आर फेसिंग द सेम challenges. Then comes apple of my eye. Apple of my eye से मतलब हुआ आंखों का तारा, हिंदी में कहते हैं ना. So somebody who is valued over everybody else, cherished over everybody else, you call them apple of my eye. Comes a slap on the wrist. It simply means very little punishment. So what is the meaning of little punishment? So you can say that for the murder he was giving an imprisonment of 1 year. It was definitely a slap on the wrist. Now guys, here is Unacademy special batches starting. Just wanted to let you know so that you can join well in time and make the most out of it. Be one of the stars of R. You have 18 जनवरी से हमारा वीकडे इवनिंग बैच शुरू हो गया था. 19 से हमारा एब्सोल्यूट वीकडे शुरू हो गया था और 22 से हमारा वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल बैच शुरू हो गया था। ठीक है, एनरोल करो। और ये मत भूलना, 3 जनवरी से शुरू होता है ये, हुआ था 5 से 7 PM हर ऑल्टरनेट संडे पे ना। 3 जनवरी से शुरू हुआ था। यू हैव अनअकैडमी चैंपियंस लीग, तो आप पार्टिसिपेट करो, क्विजेस क्वेश्चंस एग्जाम सॉल्व करो। आपकी प्रैक्टिस भी होगी, प्राइजेस भी मिलेंगे और आपको इन डेप्थ एनालिसिस भी मिलेगा। काफ़ी फायदेमंद है। ठीक है, अब आते हैं एक्सरसाइजेस पे। अब इसमें हमने काफ़ी एक्सरसाइज कर लिए थे, तो हम सीधे जंप करेंगे बाद के क्वेश्चन पे। ठीक है, यहाँ से शुरू करते हैं। तो अब इसमें 4 ऑप्शन है, A B C D। आप लोग 2 मिनट लो पर क्वेश्चन और मुझे बताओ उसका क्या मतलब होगा। ठीक आई होप 2 मिनट पूरे हो चुके हैं। यस, 10:36, 10:37 से ये कह रहा है अब बैड और हॉरिफाइड। इसमें क्या है, क्वेश्चन का टाइप ये है कि सिचुएशन इज प्रोवाइडेड एंड इट इज फॉलोड बाय एन ईडियम और अ प्रोवर्ब। आपको क्या करना है कि सिचुएशन को देख के आपको ये बताना है कि इसमें से बेस्ट ईडियम या प्रोवर्ब कौन सा है सुटेबल। ठीक है, अब इसमें सीधी सीधी बात यह है कि अब इसमें एक सीधी सीधी बात बस इतनी है कि को ये याद रखना है कि फायर इज अ, आपको ना ये पता होने होंगे इडियम्स प्रोवर्ब्स, आप तभी यहाँ पे कुछ कर पाओगे। ठीक है ना, नहीं याद रहा एग्जैक्ट तो आप, सॉरी टू से, आप इसमें ना कुछ ज्यादा कर ही नहीं पाओगे। ठीक है, so they say that fire is a good servant but a bad master. A burnt child dreads the fire. A burnt cow dreads the fire। देखो एक चीज देख लो, या तो चाइल्ड होगा या तो काव होगा, है ना। सिंपली समझ आ रहा है, सिर्फ शब्दों का हेर फेर करके, अब ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता कि एक ईडियम ये हो एक हो ये। तो बर्न्ड काउ dreads the fire इज नॉट एन ईडियम एट ऑल, इसको काट दो। बर्न्ड स्टेबल्स मीन fearful horses, ये भी नहीं है। फायर इज अ गुड सर्वेंट, ये भी नहीं है। इसका आंसर है बी, अ बर्न्ड चाइल्ड dreads the fire. So when they say that a bad or horrifying experience will scar a person for a lifetime and she'll always avoid similar situation, simply means कि अगर किसी के साथ कोई धोखा या गलत हो गया हो ना किसी चीज की वजह से, तो वो चीज उसको हमेशा स्केयर करेगी। तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वेरी वेरी सिंपली पुट, अगर आपने जैसे, इफ यू हैव बीन badly cheated by some online shopping company, then always fear. Trust me, you'll always fear to go for that, to go for online shopping. Even if you do, you'll always be scared. You know? So here's another question. So have you had enough time, guys? I guess yes. एक मिनट तो हो गया ना, तो हम अब आते हैं इस पे। ठीक है, अभी देखो सीधी सीधी बात। क्वेश्चन, ये सिचुएशन क्या कह रहा है? The written word carries more weight and can influence more minds into submission than brute force. Brute force means simply force or attack. Okay? अब इसमें देखो सीधी सी बात क्या होती है कि किसी को फोर्स करो या किसी को अटैक करो तो क्या दिक्कत होती है। ये कह रहा है कि वर्ड्स और वर्बल stuff, speeches have more influence. They can change the mind more easily than into using force. वॉर से ज्यादा एक नेगोशिएशन या फिर एक इंस्टिगेशन या एक इंसाइट करना इज मोर इफेक्टिव बिकॉज वी आर ऑल ह्यूमंस। अभी आपको ये देखना है कि इन चारों में किसका मतलब ये है जो क्वेश्चन दिए। पहला कहता है कनिंग कैन विन मोर बेट्स देन पार। मतलब जो धूर्त होता है ना, कनिंग मतलब जो धूर्त होते हैं, ये कह रहे हैं कि वो बहुत बेट्स जीत सकते हैं लेकिन वो पार नहीं जीत सकते, बिकॉज पार यू कैन ओनली गेट विद सम टैलेंट, विद सम कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स। ओके, नॉट अदरवाइज। You cannot simply win a bet. You have to be cunning. Sorry, to for winning par, for being powerful, you need to have more than a cunning mind. So this is not the answer. Here, the pen is mightier than the sword. So what is the meaning of the pen is mightier than the sword? दिस इज द मीनिंग कि पेन से ज्यादा पेन में ज्यादा ताकत होती है तलवार से. देन कम सी. अचीव विथ वर्ड्स व्हाट यू कैन नॉट अचीव बाय एक्शन. दिस इज एक्चुअली कंट्राडिक्टरी. ऐसा नहीं होता. एक्शन ऑलवेज मैटर मोर देन वर्ड्स. डी. द रिटन वर्ड वेटेड मोर देन द स्वord. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि यह शब्दों के वेट की बात हो रही कि स्वord से ज्यादा भारी शब्द होते. दिस इज जस्ट एन idiom and they have simply used word play. The question is you cannot live totally on your own. You'll need help of someone at one point or the other. अब आप बताओ किसका आंसर क्या है. देखो कोई स्टूडेंट है. इंजीनियर ब्लॉगर. इंजीनियर ब्लॉगर आस्क मी ग्रीक का मतलब क्या होता है. ग्रीक इज अ लैंग्वेज ना. तो जैसे अगर आपको लैंग्वेज नहीं पता कोई. हो सकता है आपको ग्रीक लैंग्वेज पता हो बट आपको कोई चीज नहीं पता बिल्कुल भी नहीं पता. तो फिर क्या होगा. तो फिर बिल्कुल सिंपल सी बात है कि आप कहीं भी बैठोगे चार लोग उस भाषा में बात करेंगे उस बारे में बात करेंगे तो आपको बहुत आउट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड फील होगा है ना. So is there somebody right now? I think nobody. So anyway, you cannot live totally on your own. You'll need the help of someone at one point or the other. है ना? ये कह रहे हैं कि कोई अकेले थ्राइव नहीं कर सकता, उसको किसी न किसी की हेल्प चाहिए होती है. तो वन कह रहा है कीप योर फ्रेंड्स क्लोज एंड एनिमीज क्लोजर. बिल्कुल भी इसका कोई मतलब नहीं है. टू मेनी कुक्स स्पॉइल द ब्रॉथ. ब्रॉथ मतलब एक समझ लो डिश हो गई खाने का कुछ. टू मेनी कुक्स. तो जब ज्यादा दिमाग लगता है किसी चीज में तो वो खराब ही हो जाता है. दैट्स व्हाट दे आर ट्राइंग टू बेसिकली से. Here comes no man is an island. So this is the meaning. No man is an island. नो मैन इज एन आइलैंड का मतलब हुआ कि कोई अकेले थ्राइव नहीं कर सकता. वी आर ऑल ह्यूमंस. वी नीड पीपल फॉर आवर सर्वाइवल. दैट कम्स गुड फेंसेस मेक गुड नेबर्स. What is the meaning of good fences making good neighbors? That neighbors respect each other's boundaries. That is why they become good neighbors. So the answer is no man is an island. There is the next question. Cat is out of the bag. The cat jumped out the bag. Done? I think yes. So the secret is out. What is the meaning of secret is out? सीक्रेट अगर बाहर आ जाए तो उसको प्रोवर्ब उसका इडियम होता है द कैट इज आउट ऑफ द बैग. अब इसमें देखो आपको ना एग्जैक्ट पता होना पड़ेगा तभी आप कुछ कर पाओगे क्योंकि द कैट जम्प्ड आउट ऑफ द बैग इज नॉट राइट. द कैट जम्प्ड एंड नाउ इज आउट इज आल्सो नॉट राइट. और ये भी सही नहीं है वर्ड टू वर्ड यही सही है ग्रामेटिकली यही करेक्ट है ठीक है. नाउ टेक दिस क्वेश्चन एंड सॉल्व इट. चुप रहो ना क्लास चल रही है आप आके बोला था 11 के बाद. So this is the question. I had warned you all along that you were not studying hard enough. You never listened. What is the use of crying over spilled milk now? Option A says that you did not study seriously earlier despite my warnings. Now the exam is over and you have not done well. So is this right? And what is next? Since the exam is already over, there is nothing you can do now. So stop lamenting over the fact that you did not study earlier. तो ये भी लग रहा है. सी पे देखते हैं. Don't cry over how badly you have fared in your exam. There is always another chance. नहीं. Then what is the point of studying now that the exam is over? So this is not also wrong. अब इन दोनों में देखो. क्राइंग ओवर स्पिल्ड मिल्क का मतलब होता है कि कोई चीज खराब हो चुकी तो अब रोके क्या फायदा ठीक है ना. सो द डैमेज हैज बीन डन एंड नाउ यू आर रिग्रेटिंग इट. तो ये दिस इज हाफ डन आंसर. ये दिस इज नॉट कंप्लीट है ना. दिस इज हाफ डन. एंड इफ यू लुक एट बी, बी में स्टॉप लेमेंटिंग ओवर द फैक्ट simply means that don't cry now that the damage has been done. ठीक है ना. So don't cry now that the damage has been done and stop lamenting. इसीलिए don't cry तो जो stop lamenting है that completes it. Hence B is the right answer. Okay. So guys, I have a lot of other questions too for our coming classes. But the thing is that we are running short of time. Tomorrow, in our tomorrow's class, I'm going to make you complete idioms and phrases for sure. And also, then we'll start with RC from the next to next class. So please stay connected. If you have any doubt, ask me on my Instagram channel. And lastly, you also have special free classes on Unacademy app, which is very important, which is very interesting, which is better than this YouTube live classes.